What's up, guys? Dan here. Today we are talking about the Attitude Iron adjustable axe. This is another mace. This is another bias review since it is my mace that I'm reviewing. It is very similar to what you can expect in comparison to the Attitude Iron adjustable mace, which we reviewed as well. Link right there probably. So differences being, you can see the loadable sleeve is not the same. It is horizontal. So what this means is instead of needing a bunch of 2.5s or 5 pound or 10 pound plates to stack, if you're someone who just isn't in your home gym, you just want to use a couple 25s. You have like 2 45s, you have 2 35s, 2 25s, 2 10s, 2 5s, 2 2.5s. You don't have to buy any more plates. You can just use what you have. The width on these, about 3.5 inches per side. That's enough space to get you one of these collars, which we've been using. They have a nice little extra tightening thing there. They're very thin, they're about 1 inch. It lets you use, you can put 2 10s, a 2.5, and this clamp on there, depending on brands, their thickness varies. And then once you get past that, you're onto a 25 pounder. Once you get past that, you can do the same increments, you're onto a 35 pounder, you're onto a 45 pounder. If you are swinging a 45 pounder on each side here, we need to talk, because your ass is swinging 100 pounds, and that is wild. Got some B-roll you can see through here where I've been swinging, trying different configurations of it. You can unilaterally load it to where you have a plate on one side. As long as it is the side closest to you, the balance is actually pretty good. If it's the one far away from you, it is considerably harder. Other thing we need to talk about is when you use this, you don't want to swing it in this position unless you have 10 pound plates or smaller. So 10 pound plates are typically 9 to maybe 10 inches in diameter. The post here, the loading pin, is 9 inches. So if you're using 5s or 10s, it doesn't really matter if you hold it this way or this way to swing. But you start getting 25s on there, now you're talking about like 11, 12, 13 inch diameter plate. You're more than likely gonna clip your cap every now and then. So if you're facing this way, you won't, because it is just the same diameter as a 10, which is gonna make the swing path the same as any other variety out there that takes a 2-inch Olympic plate. So it's a very cool design, very new design. Slightly different swing feel. When you're pulling it around to that catch position, depending on how big of the plates you have on it, it'll have a little bit of twist like this compared to the top-loaded maces. Doesn't really make it like any worse or harder, but you'll feel it want to do that on you. And it'll try to twist. Now, the larger the diameter plate, the more that effect is, because it's wider, so it has a little more force trying to curve it. But it is, I love how it feels, I love how it looks. It is a very cool mace. There, to my knowledge, isn't another mace domestically that is this style. My original prototype, I did not have these little rings, so the plates kind of sat slightly cockeyed because of where the weld is. So we added the rings, so now everything sits nice and flush. The plates are nice and straight. That didn't matter from a performance standpoint, but from an aesthetic standpoint, I don't personally care about that, but I know a lot of people want it to be, ooh, it looks really nice and straight. So these are our current offerings right now. This is bare steel. It has that same passive, fine, but grippy knurl that we have on the adjustable mace. And price point, it is 10 bucks more than the other one just because we got extra collars in there. And the cost to make it's a little bit more complicated, the process. So it is on sale right now at $250 with free shipping domestically or even into Canada, which is a pretty freaking good deal when you're looking at other adjustable maces. You're looking at that 300 plus mark for a lot of brands, and then some really crappy ones you can find for cheaper that take, in my opinion, crappy ones you can find for cheaper that take like a lot of extra work on it, with the exception of the few budget picks that I've done reviews on, which would be the Mighty Mace and the Maverick Mace. Those are great deals as well, but you have some different compromises happening on those compared to this one. I really enjoy this mace. I was trying to think of a different way to approach it compared to just that straight top loading, and I feel like we came up with a pretty good winner here at a good price point. Hope you guys feel the same. Comment below, let me know what you think about the design and what you're thinking. As always, I do have the link below for the product, and as I said, right now they're on sale for $250.